What's going on, you guys? Nick here. How? I don't even know no more, man. Like, honestly, I got on here to share about marketing, share about franchising, share about my journey. And if you saw my video, first of all, if you didn't see the video, please go help a brother out and help me figure out if that was a crash out or not. And some people might consider it that, you know. Some people might consider it that. But I just gotta be real with y'all. Because not to say that I haven't been real with y'all all this time. Like honestly, not to say that I haven't been. Because I have been for 2.5 years. I've had high times, I've had low times, I've cried on this live, I've gotten angry on this live, I've I've experienced a little bit of everything on this live, huh? And it was all an effort to tell people, like, you know, my life changed in 2023. Like, my whole life, when I tell you my whole life changed because I found the thing that allowed me to be able to make money without having it have take all day, without having it to um require back-breaking hours, and I didn't even have to leave my house. And honestly, I thought that was enough, right? So, I got on here and I told people exactly what I did, how I bought a franchise, well, four franchises really. When I purchased a franchise, um, when I purchased a franchise in 2023, I did it because I wanted to know how I can automate my business. I was tired of being uh, in a hand to mouth situation. I was tired of seeing everybody making all this money online and not knowing, like chasing the secret, almost like chasing a ghost. You ever feel like that? I spent 15 years feeling like I was chasing a ghost when it came to making money online. Everybody's making 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, and I didn't know how, right? I didn't know how people were doing it. And I at least figured out, well, you know, you could make videos. And that was the first thing I came to, right? It was the first thing I came to. Hold on. Let me turn on this thing. Right? It was the very first thing I came to. And I came to this conclusion, right? I came to this conclusion that if it had to be content creation, I would learn it. And I did. And I created my first video, and it was terrible. Not to mention, I was horribly overweight, and I did not like the sound of my voice, and it was just terrible. But I made up my mind. The only way I lose is if I quit. So I kept learning, I kept implementing, I kept recording, I kept editing, I kept doing all these things and learning how, learning how marketing works, learning how content creation works, learning how monetization works, right? I kept learning it. I kept getting better. I kept getting stronger. I kept having it flow a little bit better every single day. And I was telling somebody recently, as late as yesterday, right? That it's not that I was born with a marketing spoon in my mouth, right? It's not like I was born with a marketing spoon in my mouth. I did this so many times. And that's what people see. Like like they miss, or that's what people misconstrue, right? Okay, so look at basketball, right? Look at basketball. People assume that Steph Curry is like he is such a great shot because he's Steph Curry. But what does that even mean? Right? When Kobe Bryant was alive, people assumed that, you know, he's just that good because he's just that good. Michael Jordan, he's just that good because he's just that good, right? The greatest basketball player of all time. I don't care who says what. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. You can disagree with me with that if you want to, but it's just a fact. So, you know what I mean? People assume Kobe Bryant was great because he just was. He was talented, he was skilled, and yes, maybe so. But he spent an insane amount of time working on his craft. He spent an insane amount of time in the gym. And it's what I tell people these days is that they assume that I could just come up with a concept for a video, come up with a pitch, come up with a content idea, come up with a marketing campaign, come up with this, come up with that, because it comes so naturally. And I said, no, my friend, I don't just come up with those because, right? I come up with those because I practice every day. I create videos every day. I create 3 videos every day, every single day, right? Because everybody knows if you're not creating content in 2025 to move your business forward, you're doing your business a massive disservice, right? A massive disservice. And to tell you that is just the biggest understatement of the year, because it's not just about having something valuable, having something viral, right? It's not just about that. You have to have content that converts. It has to be content that relates. That's what marketing is. Literally, and I was talking about this on my last live stream. $1 million marketing firms get hired by $1 billion businesses to create marketing, right? To create marketing, right? And that's what people assume that it excuse me, it excuse me, it only works for them, right? It only works for those companies, right? It only works for um for those companies. It only works for those things, right? And people just assume that, yeah, you're just that good. It's like, no, I'm not that good. I'm not that good. It's because I practice so incessantly that it has become second nature, right? If you shoot a ball through a hoop, or you throw a ball to the end zone, or you throw the ball to a little 2 by 2 foot hole, you keep throwing a ball through there, and you do it every single day. You do it 500 times a day, and you're going to get surgical with that thing. You're going to get surgical with that thing. It may not be how it started, right? It may not be how it starts, but it'll be exactly what you envision it would be a year from now, 2 years from now. But people just want the easy button. People want the simple button. People just want me to say, I have a franchise, a digital franchise that could make you $2,500 a day or $2,500 a week or whatever it is. They want me to promise them things, not teach them the skill, but promise them things. And I'm sorry, I'm never gonna be that guy. I'm always gonna say creating content that tells people who you are, what you do, and how it helps people is exactly what you need to do. Right? Is exactly what you need to do. And if you don't believe that, if you're not into that, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say to make this more palatable for you guys. But it's literally the plan that's allowed me 5-figure months from home. To have a business I did not design, did not create, do not maintain, but I get to make 100%. And it's the business that has brought you here. You realize that TikTok is a $1 billion company, right? You realize that businesses pay TikTok to get in front of you, correct? You realize that, right? You realize that TikTok Shop is a platform where people show people who they are, what they have, and how it helps them, so how it can help other people, right? But when you see a TikTok Shop video, it's normal, right? What's up, Osias? How you doing? When people see a TikTok Shop video, oh, that's normal. They see a video from Amazon. They see a video from, oh, I don't know, Chick-fil-A. They see a video from Taco Bell. Oh yeah, that's normal. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's noted. But you see a video from somebody talking about marketing. You can, excuse me, you can learn marketing. You can learn how to create content just like the big companies do. You can learn a multi-billion-dollar skill. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. It's 2025, December 2025 right now. If you don't learn this skill and make the money now, and set your life up the way you want it to now. And I'm not talking about cars and clothes and all those things. I'm talking about basic necessities. I'm talking about learning how to set up your life so that you don't have to rely on somebody else to bring you income. Because last time I checked, they're not doing away with traditional finance yet. But changes are coming quickly. Changes are coming ever so quickly. So for you to be able to have a stockpile of non-perishables, have a stockpile of the things you need now on a day-to-day basis, it takes money, right? Look at what's happening in the UK. They're requiring a digital ID for you to even work from home or work in position somewhere. And you're telling me that you don't need to learn marketing, don't need a business that you can run 24/7, you don't need automation, you don't need to learn the skill that allows you to sell anything, you don't need that? Okay, keep thinking that it's not real. While everybody around you, every video you come across on this platform is evidence that people are creating content and they are getting paid. But you somehow don't deserve that. I don't know where people get off thinking that they don't deserve to make money creating content. I don't know where people think that it's not okay, that it is okay to just watch people learn marketing, learn how to create content, have automated businesses. So whether it's 4 o'clock in the morning or 4 p.m. in the afternoon, that you can make money. It's literally what I've been able to do for myself, right? But nah, they don't want that. Like where I'm racking my brain. I'm racking my brain to understand how people are not getting that you don't have to do the 10-hour, 12-hour, 15-hour days. You don't have to do that to make money. You don't have to leave your house to make money. But you can't. Okay, so Jeff Bezos can, but you can't. Did you call somebody when you went on Amazon last time? Did you call somebody? Did you hit up customer service to buy the cheese grater? Did you hit up customer service to buy the bookshelf? Did you hit up customer service to buy the Christmas gift, the watch, the phone, the this, the that? Did you? No, you didn't. Somebody, let me let you understand something. Let me let you understand something. Jeff Bezos does not own a single Amazon store. You get that? Jeff Bezos does not own a single Amazon store. But you know what he does own though? The virtual warehouse, the virtual event called Amazon.com, where business owners congregate to sell things. He doesn't own a single Amazon store. He just owns the domain where Amazon affiliates and Amazon sellers get on to sell their stuff. He gives people a place to sell, right? Gone are the days where you just believe that, oh, let me, when you hear somebody say, you want to make money online, cool. Go get you a supplier, or go buy something, invest in something, and then, or create an ebook, and then create a link to that ebook, toss that thing in a link tree or a stand store, and then drive traffic. What do you think they mean? What do you think they mean when they say drive traffic? Please tell me. And it could be for Shopify, it could be for TikTok Shop, it could be for Amazon influencer, it could be for course creators, it could be course marketers. Please tell me, what do you think they mean when they say drive traffic? It's marketing. But marketing is a science, and is a science that I learned in less than 12 months. And when I say less than 12 months, I really do mean less than 12 months. The science behind it, right? In less than 12 months. I've been in marketing, teaching people paid ads, how you can pay your money and get people to watch your videos. But I learned organic marketing, where you don't have to pay anybody. And you know what the secret is? You. But unless you understand the science of why people buy things, it won't make a difference for you, right? So, guys, I create 3 videos every day. 3 short videos, 2 to 5 minutes long. 2 to 5 minutes long. I engage for 10 minutes, create a video. Engage for 10 minutes, create a video. Engage for 10 minutes, create a video. On the people that follow me and people I follow, and the people that I am trying to reach, parents, husbands, moms, Christians, people who love wrestling, people who love comedy, people who love food, right? I engage with those people on social media, and I do that in literally 3 hours a day. And because I put what's called call to action at the end of my video, right? If you want to learn more about what I'm doing, put ready in the comments. If you want to learn more about how I'm accomplishing this, put one, put the hunted, put this, put yes in the comments. Putting a call to action in your videos is how you start conversations in your comment section. Your comment section is the number one metric that you should be looking at. Why? Because it's how the algorithm knows your content, your video is valuable. The more people are talking in your comment section, the more the algorithm will push it out. And all of these things are what I teach you in the academy. And while you're learning, I'm giving you 4 franchises to choose from that while you're learning, you can practice, right? It's like getting drafted into a college team, and before you make it to the team, when you're practicing, you actually get paid. Because I'm giving you access to something you didn't have to design, didn't have to create, do not have to maintain, but you get to make 100%. Why? Because I made it. Why? Because I designed it. Why? Because I maintain it. And I'm giving you that because I want you to learn how to become attractive on social media. I want people to find you. No more endless DMs. No more making phone calls all day, every day. None of that, where people will find you because of your journey, your story, your track, where you were before, where you are now, and where you're going, and getting people to come with you, sharing your experience. It's all based on you. All based on you, not based on anything else or anyone else. The Kingdom Digital Academy is a God-centered, God-led approach to learning the skill set of marketing so it can help you. It is the first organization in marketing designed not to keep you there. I want you to be empowered so that you can go somewhere and you can teach people what you know, and you can be able to show people, I know how to market myself, and how this is how I'm doing it. And I'm giving you something to practice with. And it's based on what I learned, the skill that allowed me to have 5-figure months from home. So yes, I make money. Yes, I'm able to profit. Yes, I'm able to. Would you not want to profit? Would you not want to make an income? I'm literally giving you a pre-built business. I'm literally giving you something that you didn't even have to think twice about. And I have franchises for $160, right? $160. And I'm teaching people the skill that every business on the planet needs. Please show me a business that does not need people. I dare anyone to come up in the box and tell me about a business that does not need people, right? Whether you run a 501c3 or you run a for-profit business, every business runs on people. What's up, Paul? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Paul says my brother's on fire. That's what I'm talking about, my friend. I appreciate you, bro. Good to see you. It is I remember, and Paul, listen to me, man. I remember being in Fort Lauderdale, and I won't go into detail, but Paul, walking out of a meeting and going, I know what I do works. You ever have that conviction? Knowing what you do works, knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that it works. right? Knowing that what you do changes lives. But I remember walking out of a meeting with my wife and going, how do I get people from where they are to where I am? And for 15 years, I searched for that answer. I spent years in my prayer closet for that answer. And wouldn't you know it, in 2023, I found it. And now I can make income in my sleep. I don't have to be conscious to make money. You know why? Because when content is created on social media, it don't turn off. And people can know who I am, what I do, and how it helps them. And they can see the value. Put the CTA in the comments. And because I answer it and tell people how to get to my automation system, and I can collect names and emails without being conscious, they can go to my automated system and they can know who I am, what I do, and how it can help them. And they can get the solution that I found for me. And because they have that solution now, they pay me for it, and I'm asleep. I have been able to create 80 different things that help people cross that bridge where I no longer have to make phone calls. I no longer have to send direct messages. I don't have to send nothing if I don't want to. Listen to me. Again, Paul, you know how we used to be in rooms. We used to be in rooms with the whiteboard, banging out them phone calls. We was ruthless, banging out them phone calls because we know what we do changes lives, right? Hours setting up appointments, hours banging out phone calls. I never have to do that. Why? Because I duplicated myself digitally. So I asked a question in my last live stream, right? I asked in my last live stream, if you could duplicate yourself. Paul, could you imagine this? If I could duplicate myself, how many more calls we could do? But how about this? As of 2023, I was able to duplicate myself over 1,000 times just on this platform, saying the same thing. I can help you be more valuable, more relatable, and more consistent in your content so you can become the hunted in business. And I'm going to give you access to something that's going to teach you the science of why people buy. They don't buy because what you have is good for them. They buy because that thing will solve an intangible problem that they have, whether they realize it or not. And I don't care what you sell. I could find a way to sell it all. Listen to me, and this is not to brag, bro. This is just God in me. This is the Holy Spirit in me. I've literally been on live streams where I asked my chat to give me 5 things from 5 different industries. I've literally had people in my box, in my live stream, in the box live. I had a guy tell me about his product literally 90 seconds from the time he started talking, and he wanted to buy it from me. He wanted to buy it from me because that's how much conviction I had behind it. That's how convicted I was about presenting the value that I could get from his product 90 seconds before that. I didn't even know what it was. But I applied the same principles. Show people where you were before you got whatever you got. Show people where you are now and what's changed. Show people where you're going and your desire to have them come with you, and give them the call to action. What's up, Shelly? How you doing, sis? Thank you so much for joining. Long time no see. I have literally executed that same four-pronged content strategy, and he wanted to buy his product from me. He wanted to hire me to sell it. I said, no, man. We don't give people fish. We teach people how to fish. Can somebody give me an amen? We teach people how to fish. Ever since 2005, I was taught the best way to build a business is duplicate yourself. I found a way to duplicate myself 3 times a day, literally thousands of times a month, saying the same thing. And and I don't even know if I can mention his name in this live, but here's the thing. A lot of people get wrapped up in, oh, well, I find myself saying the same thing in every video. Do you understand on the social media landscape how silly that sounds? That you want to have to come up with something brand new to say every time? If you go across my feed right now, you will hear me say the same things in just slightly different angles. My mentor, one of my mentors way back when, he said, it's not about saying new things to new people. It's about saying the same thing to new people. When you on TikTok live, or you on Instagram live, or you on YouTube live, or whatever live it is, do you realize that it's new people? You ever went into your analytics and look and see what types of people are actually watching your content? Is it all from your followers or from a whole bunch of new people? Does that bar go all the way up on new? And is it less followers and more new people? Absolutely. Because the platforms, all of them are looking to bring new blood onto the platform. They're constantly putting you in front of people. No longer you trying to get in front of people. That was the hook back in old school marketing. Let me see who I can get in front of. Paul, tell me I'm lying, bro. Tell me I'm lying. That was the hook back in the day. Let's see how many people I can get in front of today. Right? But the game now is how many people can get in front of you. And I can have people get in front of me without me doing any additional work. Because I create a 2 to 5 minute video 3 times a day, and I have automations that run for me in the background so that I can go be with my wife. I can go be with my kids. I can go spend time with them. I could just be here and be present and accounted for, and not just stuck to my phone or stuck to my laptop. Yeah, I scroll social media. I do. I have another account for that. I might find myself doing that on this account from time to time. But I have choice now. I have options now. I was y'all playing these games, man. Do you know Meta, Facebook, is running ads to get users to come to Facebook? They're creating content and paying the platform to bring users there. And I'm showing you how to do it without having to spend money. Listen to me. I was that guy in 2019, burning through cash, running ads. And listen, full transparency, it wasn't on my cash, right? I had a social media ads agency, and I was running ads for local businesses to get their content in front of people. But the message was still the same: establish, grow, and monetize your online presence. Since 2004, that was my whole goal, to learn how to do that. In 2006, I started doing it professionally. And by 2015, I had local businesses paying me an ad budget to run their content ads, to run their advertising for them. So I was burning through cash in 2019, trying to justify it with click-through rates, with foot traffic, right? Trying to hope that it could stick. But then I started to realize, if people don't just associate, let's say, a restaurant, right? Let's say you owned a pizza place. What, you still think you just sell pizza? No. You sell the feeling of togetherness, of a home, of a hot meal. But even more so than the hot meal, you're selling what people called home cooked. But not just home cooked food, but when you have a restaurant, you're selling that taste of home. Let me explain to y'all what I mean. When I walked into a restaurant that hired me to do their marketing, right? Back in 2019, I said to him, I said, you know what? This was the only place that I could get Trini food, because I'm from Trinidad, right? I'm originally from Trinidad. This was the only place in the area that I could get my Trini food, and without having to drive half an hour to DC. It's right here. That longing for home. It wasn't about the food. It was about remembering what it felt like to be back home, remembering what my grandmother used to make, remembering how that moment made me feel. It every time I had some doubles, or every time I had some roti, or every time I had some curry chicken, or had some stewed chicken. It took me back home. So while the restaurant owners focused on selling food, I'm focused on selling that feeling of home. That's the first thing you need to understand about what you sell, right? My brother Paul sells life insurance. You're not selling coverage. You're selling peace of mind, knowing that when that time comes, you have peace of mind. That your family doesn't have to worry about money. Because let me ask you something. Whether you working overtime, 8 to 10 to 15 hours, do they still need the check? Whether you on vacation on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, do they still need a check? If you in heaven, do they still need a check? If the answer is yes, what the question you then need to ask yourself is, what is that check giving them? What is that deposit giving them? The peace of mind that they don't have to worry about where the money comes from, right? The peace of mind in knowing that they have something that protects them. It's the peace and the assurity to know that that's one thing I don't have to be concerned about. It's the same thing in what I do, right? But watch this. How did you feel before you got properly covered? Did you feel scared a little bit? Did you feel concerned a little bit? Did you start to get a little stressed out because maybe you're not prepared? And then when you found the information you found, how did you feel? Did you feel a little relief? Did you feel that maybe, just maybe, you're on the right track for the first time in something that's really, really, really important? And now that you know the information, now that you've gotten acclimated to understand what coverage really is, that it's not just something you have like a mic set. No, this is coverage. This is like your electricity. This is like your spare tire, right? You don't want to get caught without it. When you realize how important it is, how much conviction did that create in you? Not anybody else, you. How did that create conviction in you? Hmm? So now that you're convinced that you know what you're talking about, now that you're convinced that you're no longer scared, no longer uncertain, no longer in the dark, you think there may be a few people that felt the way you do? You think there may be a few people that might need the information that helped calm your nerve? So how many people you want to help? How many people you want? Forget selling it. How many people do you just want to not be afraid? Huh? But the key is not just then going, here's where you sign. No. Here is where you go. This is why I did it. This is why I got trained. This is why I got the information. This is why I got informed. And what is given me is the security of knowing that when, not if, that I would be prepared. When, that I would be prepared. Right? Do you see how it applies? I gave you the example for pizza. I gave you the example for life insurance. You want roofer next? Huh? How many of y'all live in a climate where it snows? How many of y'all live in a climate where it rains profusely? Do you feel a little bit unsure about storms? Do I need to go through this again? Right? Paul, you still here? You said you put the hunted. Thank you so much, bro. But this is what I'm saying, right? Paul, by the way, go to my pin video. Go to my pin video. First pin video, right? And it will give you all the instructions right there. See, people still think it's about $159 or $597 or $997 or $2,500. Those are the franchises, yes. Those are the learning paths that will teach you the most valuable skill in human history, marketing. Yes. But it's also the thing that will help you get a business that you didn't design, don't create, don't have to maintain, but you get to make not 30%, not 40%, not 60%, 100%. 100. 100%. Why? Because I want you to understand what I know so you can go out there and you can choose to promote anything you want. that you can use your God-given gifts, your God-given purpose, your God-given talents and abilities, and turn that into a monetizable skill. I want to empower you, right? Do you do one-on-one coaching? Yes, I do one-on-one coaching, but it's not free, I will tell you that. But for my students, they do get access to both group mentoring and one-on-one coaching. So if you want to get the information, there's a pin video, my first pin video on the top of my TikTok page. You can go there and you can get the instructions on how to get enrolled in the academy. So let's see, any questions so far? Because I've gone through what I do. I've gone through what I do as far as my content strategy. I've gone through the learning paths, aka the franchises, that you guys get to practice with. So please let me know if you guys have any questions. Um, re redeemed. What do you currently own a business? Do you currently own a business? You're a motivational speaker? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Um, I could, I can definitely help with most businesses. 97% of businesses I can help because every business on the planet has the need for people, right? As long as you need people in business, I can help you, right? And this is not network marketing. This is not multi-level marketing. This is nothing like that, right? How, brother, Paul, okay, let me read this for those of y'all who are watching the replay, right? Paul asked, how could this work for my financial services business? Bro, I just broke it down. I did that for you. When I did the life insurance example, that was for you, right? That was for you. Listen, where you were before you found what you found, where you are, what's changed, where you're going, and tell people how they can come with you by putting a CT. Somebody put call to action in the comments. Somebody put call to action in the comments. I was literally telling a cousin of mine who's a real estate agent the same thing, right? And you know what call to actions do? Call to actions feed the number one metric that every content creator should be focused on: your comment section. The minute you put the hunted in the comments, the machines go, oh snap, his video is valuable because people are talking. And for the love of everything upstanding and right, please stop commenting emojis on social media. Please stop doing it. Please stop, even if it's the 100, right? Let me show you why. If you were face to face with somebody and they were talking about something that you identify with, you agree with, right? Would you just go stand there with your thumbs out? Would you just stand there with your thumbs out? And I just lost my magnet. Would you stand there with your thumbs out? Right? No. You would actually say something, right? For the love of everything upstanding and right, please be a human being on social media. As a matter of fact, put that in the chat for me. Put be a human being. Be a human being. Because listen to me, this is what people want. This is what people need. This is what people thrive on in a world swirling with AI, artificially created content. What's more real than this? Please tell me, what's more real than you? You understand? If y'all tracking, please let me know in the comments. Being a human being on social media is what makes the difference, right? And this way, I'm going to teach you through the Science of Online Marketing Masterclass, through the Monetization Masterclass, through my 4 keys ecosystem. I'm going to show you through my center stage protocol, which is designed to teach you how to step in front of your business, product, or service, right? That's what it's designed for people to focus on your story. Why? Because people don't buy products and services, they buy you. In a world, and think of why, right? Think of why. Because in a world, is there only one doctor? Is there only one lawyer? Is there only one life insurance salesman? Is there only one CPA, financial professional? No, you're not the only one. But what is unique to you is your story, your experience. But you only discount that. Why? Because you don't think your story deserves to be heard. Now, is that a mindset thing, or is that a I don't know if I can do this because I don't know how to do this thing? You don't know how to be you? You've been you your whole life. The only difference is people need to know who you are, what you do, and how the solutions that you figured out for you, how it can help them. All right? So, guys, real quick, if you're ready and you want to join the Academy, make sure you click the orange icon at the bottom left of your screen, or you go to the first pinned video at the top of my page and you look for the instructions. Get registered for the Academy. Right now, you can pick 4 different franchises, 4 learning paths, and what I'll do for anybody that purchases during this live, I'm going to give you 30 days free, no monthly fees inside the Academy. There are 3 monthly plans that you pay. Think of it like you're paying for your franchise and you're paying for tuition, just like college, right? Because you're going to get ongoing mentorship, you're going to get access to group and one-on-one sessions, right? So think of it like that, right? The first is the starter, which is $159. That's if you never sold anything ever at all in online. $159, you get started. You got a business, a pre-built business, you get automations, you get the whole 9, plus you get 10 income streams that you get access to that you can promote. It's what I call the I know a dude business model, right? So the next is $597. That's our digital accelerator. It's for people who know about creating content, but they don't know enough about creating content, right? It's designed to help you understand how to get properly diversified in your monetization strategy and learn how you can monetize not just on one platform, but on all major platforms. Because you can do it, but I recommend people start with one first, and then I show you how you can take that to other platforms, right? The digital power builder is $997, right? Yes, you heard me right, $997, right? It is designed to help you scale, and it is designed to help you learn how you can not only take your content to the next level, but know how you can create multiple income streams using your story, right? I have created 80 different things to bring money into my financial house, right? And I want to show you as well, right? And the marketing codex is my premier platform, premier franchise, premier learning path. It's my highest seller, right? Because of the fact that it's 20 years worth of my experience in marketing. It gives you my Science of Online Marketing Masterclass, volumes 1 and 2, a 20-part series on understanding how the science behind why people buy things works, right? Also, you'll get access to my monetization masterclass, the value versus views training, the 4 keys ecosystem. I'm going to give you access to all of that inside the marketing codex. And in this live stream, I'm going to give you lifetime access for, let's see, for the next 12 months. Lifetime access, right? I'm going to give you access to that. If you purchase the marketing codex, and I have installment plans on all of them, right? On all of them, I have installment plans. So don't worry about that. If you're in the US, you'll be good, right? And if you're not in the US, even though you won't have installment plans through Afterpay or Klarna, if you're outside the US, never fear. Inside the academy, I have tiers. The first tier is $59 a month, right? The second one is $197 a month. And the third one is $297 a month, right? And they correspond to starter, accelerator, and the marketing codex levels, right? So if you're not in the US, you have the option to break it down too, but to let you know, all of those figures are in USD, right? They're in US currency, all right? So as long as you have access to PayPal, you can do this outside of the US too. I have students from 10 different countries across the globe, right? So don't worry about that. If you go to the video at the top of my page, you can get the information on how to get started. It will take you to a page, like not the video, but at the top of my page. I can't tell you what because we're on TikTok, but the LINK will give you where you can put your email address in, and where you put your email address in, it will take you to another page that will allow you to see what the learning paths are, which will double as your franchises. Pick the one that you would like to utilize because you're going to be able to sell the one you pick, right? You're going to be able to sell the one you pick, like buying a Chick-fil-A, right? You get a system, a process, proven products, and if you buy a Chick-fil-A, you get that wonderful line around the building, right? It's the same principle here. Pick which one because that's going to be how much you're going to be able to sell it for. So if you buy the starter, you'll be able to sell it for $159, right? If you buy the accelerator, you'll be able to sell it for $597. If you buy the digital power builder, you'll be able to sell it for $997, right? If you buy the marketing codex, you'll be able to sell the marketing codex for $2,500, right? That's what the franchise goes for, right? And also, if you pick let's say you pick the marketing codex, even through the payment plan, you'll be able to promote the marketing codex. You'll have access to promote the digital power builder. You'll have access to promote the accelerator, and you'll have access to promote the starter, which is 4 franchises for the price of 1. Literally almost double what you pay for the marketing codex. You're going to be able to get over $4,000 worth of franchise just for purchasing the marketing codex, right? And as I said, I have installment plans for the marketing codex as well. All right. So if you want more information, click the orange icon at the bottom left of your screen and get in where you fit in. If you don't have it all, that's fine. That's what installment plans are for, right? We have a franchise as little as $160. Guys, at the end of the day, We're in December. If you don't do something now, you're going to have the same 5 years as you did last 5 years. I don't fear change. I don't fear doing new stuff. What I am concerned about is stagnance, being in the same place that I was last year. So I want to help you get these skills, and I also want to give you a franchise to practice with while you learn. Natalie, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. All right, so anybody has any questions, guys? Because it's after 5:30. I don't know how long I've been on here. I think it's been about an hour, right at an hour, right at an hour. So, like I said, guys, I have a 3-hour workday. Like, what would that do for your life? Yeah, the franchise is cool, right? Having a 20, even with, guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Even with a franchise that is $2,500 a sale, you don't have to start with that, right? You can start with a payment plan. You get in with a bite-sized nugget, and you show people that, listen, you're learning the most valuable skill in human history, which is marketing. Every business needs marketing. I'm giving you $1 billion a day skill for 2,500. And even if you start with the payment plan, you will still be able to sell it for 2,500. So let's give you a hypothetical scenario. You purchase your franchise today, you learn how to master your message, and you're able to sell one of the franchises for the 2,500 before you make your first payment. Or not your first payment, your second payment, right? For your franchise. Your business literally paid for itself. And if nothing else, I showed you how 3 different industries can benefit from my 4 keys ecosystem. 4-prong plan, right? 7-step process, right? Showing people who you are, what you do, and how it helps them, right? Even if it's just that, you can then go and promote anything. So, do you guys have any questions? We covered what we do. I create 2 to 5 minute videos, 3 of them every day. I engage 10 minutes between videos. It takes me about maybe 20-30 minutes to do that, 30 minutes at most, right? So 90 minutes, and then I go live for an hour and 30 minutes, right? 3 hours, and I'm on with life, right? And because of the automation system, I'm going to give you at no additional cost. You get an automation system, you get a CRM, a brand new CRM, brand new automation system, and a funnel builder. No click funnels. I dodged that train 2 years ago. That train is $197. Well, it was at the time, $197 for ClickFunnels. I don't have to do that now. I have my own funnel builder, right? And I got it at no extra charge. So I'm giving you at no extra charge. All right? Anybody has any questions? Paul, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here and you have any questions, bro. Because I know you've been the most active today in the chat. So please let me know. And let me see if I can put this back on my shirt. Because I've been holding this ever since it fell. And it's magnetic. It's one of the ones I just got. It's these Kukio mics, right? It's these Kukio mics. So I'm telling you, get on it. It has these noise canceling because listen, I got kids, man. I got kids and I homeschool. So, you know what I'm saying? I turn on the noise canceling and I'm good to go. Paul said this was a good game. Yeah, listen, I'm happy to help, bro. But I'm telling you, bro. I I can't tell you how much God has changed my life with this. I can't even begin to describe. I didn't even know. Like, I remember going to a fast start. Do they still call them that? Fast start schools? They still call them fast start schools? I remember going to a fast start school. One of my mentors, and I was listening to an audio because it's an audio culture, right? How many times you still do that? You listen to the one of my favorites was "Overcoming Objections" by Keith Otto, right? And I remember I had gotten a hold of something funny enough from our current president, and he was talking about income streams, and I was like, man, it would be cool if I had more than two, because I actually didn't have a job at that time. But I remember thinking, even in the seasons I had 9 to 5 employment, that I would like to have more than two. And I created 80 different things. And I teach people exactly how I do that. And it's shockingly simple, right? And let me tell you something, man. Like, it's I can't go back, bro. Like, once you know better, that you know it's possible, you do better. Listen, there was a time in that industry, right? And again, I'm not going to put the company out there because we're on live, right? But they always said you can't give a haircut over the phone. It had to be done kneecap to kneecap. And then 2020 happened. And I remember back in 2016, I think it was 2016. When did I meet you, Paul? When did I meet you? Because it was in that season. It was in that season that I met you. And Brittany, I man, listen, you and your wife, y'all are amazing, man. Y'all never left my brain, right? So say hi to Brittany for me. But yeah, you two are amazing, man. So yeah, 2016, right? And let me just tell you, bro, I love the way you run things. I really do. I really love the way you run things. And yeah, it's been pretty dope. So I remember in 2016, bro, coming into an op, right? Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Paul, make sure you get on the email list, bro. That's absolutely free. I give out tons of free game in there. So get on the email list, bro. But I remember coming to an op, and I was like, you know what? My homeboy from high school. Like, you know how you were trained to think of people, right? Think of people, sharp people that'll be a good fit. But I didn't have the digits, right? I had the digits. I was like, yo, I know he'd be a good fit, right? And back in 2016, like, that was something that was normal, right? You always had your eye open. And I was like, yo, I got his Facebook. Let me hit him up, right? And would you know, before I hit him up, he saw a text post that I did on Facebook. Again, this is 2016, right? 2016. And he was like, yo, what is this? Like, that was the message. Like, that was the DM. What is this? And I proceed to DM him back. Okay, well, this is what this is. And explaining to him about what I did at the time and things like that. And again, 2016. And then he was like, all right, bet, right? I'm going to be there. And lo and behold, he came. And bro, let me tell you something. It was like a bomb went off in my head. Like, are you kidding me? It worked. No number, no physical contact, purely because of social media. And he's here now. Him and his girlfriend, who is now his wife. Right? And I remember going to, what is Mark. I remember going to Mark. And I said, yo, this works. This works. Like, I'm not just supposing that the social media thing can work. I pointed to the guy. I said, he's right there. Look, he's right there. And listen, still love Mark. To this day, I would give him a big old hug if I saw him, right? But listen, I told him, I was like, yo, it works. Why can't we formulate something to use this? Because isn't it about getting new blood? He was like, yeah. But then it was the school of thought still that you can't give a haircut over the phone, right? It's got to be done kneecap to kneecap. You got to go out there and meet them. You got to go out there and do the things and all the things. And today, and well, not even today, in 2020, you knew what happened. And what happened? That was from 2016 to 2020, life changed, right? Not no more. I know that much. I know that much, right? Not no more, right? Now you're not limited by location. As long as you have the license, as long as you have certification, now you can do it anywhere, right? But I had been saying that for 4 years. I had been saying that, right? What am I saying? Is that things change. Landscape changed, right? Now, imagine not even having to set appointments where people can go from finding value in your content because of the transformation for you and Brittany. I'm not talking about what you've made in the company. No, we're talking about how you guys felt from not knowing what you know before you started this to what you know now. And you shared that even with people that you help now, right? Share those stories, like how they feel about not knowing what they didn't know before versus what they know now, right? Like the 4 keys training, it's literally helped tens of thousands of people across the globe, right? But people need to know how it actually gets applied. I took a 90-minute training. The Holy Spirit gave me the 4 keys training. 4 sentences I started with, and He transformed that into 90 minutes of training. And then I took the 4 keys training, that 90-minute training, and I transformed it into the 4 keys series, right? Where I took each key, each of the 4 keys, and I broke it down into its own training. And I give you ideas and I give you content based on each key, right? And now I've added the 4 keys PDF, right? Can you understand, bro, how many people will be helped when they learn how to become the hunted in business? And I'm not just helping people in financial services. I'm helping real estate agents. I'm helping roofers. I'm helping doctors. I'm helping technicians. I'm helping people who have dental practice, who sell digital courses, who sell their coaching, their mentorship. I'm helping people not just make transactional sales. Imagine this. You're making what you make in your existing business, and then you add the passive income in, hey, I'm learning marketing from Nick. If you want to learn how to become the hunted on social media and monetize your social media content, this is the guy to come see. Right? And that shows up monthly. Anybody that enrolls in my school group, they get access to that. Right? The affiliate marketing program. Right? So you get that plus your existing income stream, plus your existing business, right? Plus you get access to all the 13 income streams that I give my students. Plus I'm going to teach you how to turn things you already know into additional income. Right? Am I making sense here? So if you want to know how to create these income streams, I created 82 in the last 3 years. 82 things that can bring money into my house. Least of all, a $2,500 franchise that I can sell as many times as I want to. Right? If you want to get more information, go to the first pinned video in my profile and you'll be able to see that. And you'll be able to get instructions on how to get started. There are 4 platforms, which gives you access to 4 different franchises. A $159 one, a $597, a $997, and a $2,500 franchise. And there's installment plans on all of them if you live in the US. You can get into less than what it costs to get an iPhone 16 if you get the digital power builder. Do you know I used to have to work at least 2.5 weeks, 80 plus over 100 hours to make $900? And now I can do that in an hour, in a day, in 2 days? What would that do for you? If you could sell a franchise that got 2 franchise customers a month, and you sold the marketing codex for $2,500, how many of those would you need to make life-altering income? Or let's just forget life-altering. Real bill-paying income. How many of those would you need? Right? I only need about 2 every month. And out of 170 million active users on this platform alone, I'm getting people interested in this and wanting to purchase a franchise on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. I'm not telling you to be on all 3. I'm telling you master one. And when you master one, you can learn how to apply the similarities between the other platforms. So imagine, I'm able to dip into 3 different pools, right? 3 different pools. And I want to teach you the skills that I know to be able to leverage the information and the wisdom I have in marketing, right? But listen, as I tell people, if you do nothing, it means nothing. But if you do something, it could change everything. What was my alternative? I'm disabled. Wait on disability? Huh? What was my alternative? Uncle Sam ain't want me. He denied me 4 different times. When I told Uncle Sam about my worst day, crawling to my bathroom on my stomach to just be able to use the toilet let alone get myself something to eat or get a shower, because I can't stand for more than 15 or 20 minutes. If I overdo it, like I did when I worked security jobs and walked around my city trying to eke out an existence, I used to be bedridden for days. And I told Uncle Sam about that, and they were like, nope, you're not disabled enough. But even getting approved for disability, everybody goes, yeah, get an attorney. Get an attorney. They'll get you the back pay. Is SSI or SSD enough to cover anybody's living expenses these days? Hmm? You got people making $20 an hour, struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul. No pun intended, Paul. Right? $900 days is what I had in 2023. 5-figure days is what I had in 2024, because I figured out how to take what is in here, what God gives me in here, and to say here, and to transform that and uncap my income and use those things and create them into value, so I don't have to trade time for money anymore. I don't have to wait for somebody to buy something. When they buy, they buy. But how many people need to make an income? How many people are struggling to sell the thing that they believe in? How many people are tired of chasing people? That was me. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. I was tired of chasing people. Now I chase no one. No one. They chase me. Hmm? That was a big selling point for me. And with my automation, breakfast is real different. Let me tell you that. And all I want to do is teach people how. Right? There's not a business on the planet that don't need people. There's not a business on the planet that don't need marketing. And I want to teach you how to teach these machines how to go out and get the people that you can help. Right? But again, like I said, if you do nothing, it means nothing. But if you do something, it could change everything. All right? So, any other questions, guys? Any questions for me, Paul? Dalton, thank you so much for joining. We have been talking about how I made my first 20K online using digital franchises and automations. If you want the information, go to my first pinned video and you'll get the information there, how you can get registered in the academy, but also to learn what digital franchising is, learn how you can use it, and learn how it benefits literally thousands of people every single hour of the day. Right? So, take the chance. Right? Take the chance. Judith, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Guys, I've been on here for about 90 minutes now, and I don't see any additional questions. Let's see, we have been at 17,000. Woo! 17,000? Can we get to 20 before I get off? Can we get to 20 before I get off? Guys, if anybody purchases through this live, I'll give you 30 days free access in the academy. And I'm going to throw in my 30-day quick start guide. Just because you were on this live. Right? Just because you were on this live today. Just as a thank you. All you got to do is when you get on the email list, right? Just let me know you were on the live today, and I will give you the 30-day quick start guide for free. And I'll give you 30 days inside the academy for free. I gotta email you that. So make sure you get on the email list, and I'll give you 30 days free access on top of giving you access to purchase one of these franchises for as low as $159. $159 today. $159, $597, $997, or $2,500. Whichever one you feel is best for your budget, you get to choose that. Mark, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Judith, thank you for so much for joining. Jasmine, thank you so much for joining. Paul, it was great to see you, my friend. Well, not see you, but you know what I mean. As a matter of fact, you got a minute, Paul? You got a minute? If you got a minute, let me know. Just wanted to say hi to you for a minute. Like I know we've been being back and forth in the chat, but I would love to get a chance to kind of invite you up for 30 seconds if you have the availability to do that. Let me know if you have the availability to do that. Just to say hi, man. I haven't seen you in forever, and it's always good to see good people. Let's see. Oh, I think I can still invite you, even though you have the followers you have. Let me see if I can send an invite. I don't know if you have the time. Let me know if you do or if you don't. Let's see. LG, what's up, L Boogie? What's going on, my friend? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining, my friend. Here's another student in the academy here. Thank you so much for being here. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Jump on the franchise. Like I said, either 159, 597, 997, or 2,500. You get the 13 student only income streams in addition to that. Plus you get the one-on-one mentoring. Plus you get group mentoring. We do group mentoring on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern because I'm on the East Coast, baby. No, I'm just playing. So Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Our last session was pretty dope. I have, if I do say so myself, right? Lloyd was on there. It was pretty powerful. So yeah, you do get access to that. Cause listen, man, like and look, I don't know how many of y'all watched the video that I just posted before I got on this live, but here's the thing, man. I'm down. I'm always down. Anybody who knows me knows I'm down to help people. But in these live streams and in my academy are the two places I'm going to be doing it. I'm not going to be putting training highlights in the feed anymore because people in the feed, people on the news feed don't want that, right? Anybody that shows up in this live stream, I will help them. I will answer questions for them, right? And I will give them the opportunity to join the academy. So not only are they learning how to market, but they're getting something to practice with and get paid through, right? So that's what it's going to be, right? That's what it's going to be. Releasing Andre, what's going on? Thank you so, Andrell, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you guys want the information on how I made my first 20K online, make sure you tap the orange icon down here, or go to my first pin video and get the information right now. It's free to get the information. At the very least, you know what you're saying no to or you're saying yes to, and you can take it from there. What's up, Sharon? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. All right. Amira, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. Any other questions, guys, before I jump off? Because I've been on here for about an hour and 28 minutes now. I want to go ahead and do a couple of things. I might go live on my reactions channel for a bit, but I wanted to answer as many questions as I possibly can in the next couple of minutes for you guys. So let me know, guys. Let me see. Yeah, because I need to plug my phone in. Oh. Whoops. I love these mics with these magnets, but when you're trying to take them off, it can be kind of tricky. Hold on one second. All right. Kim, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Let's see. All right, guys. So anybody that went in and got on the email list, I want to give you guys. I want to give you guys an opportunity to get the discounts, because when the live goes off, the discount goes away. You get 30 days. 30 days, no monthly fees. If you purchase either the Digital Power Builder or the Marketing Codex during this live, right? Not to mention with the Marketing Codex, you actually will get that franchise to practice with. You will get the one-on-one mentoring sessions and the group sessions and the student-only income streams when you purchase through this live, right? And I will give you, as a matter of fact, anybody that purchases the Marketing Codex, which is our $2,500 franchise, anybody that purchased that, I will just go ahead and give you lifetime access. Lifetime access during this live. Once this live ends, it's done, right? So if you've been thinking about getting access, getting a digital franchise, learning marketing, right? Not just how to sell courses. I literally showed y'all how to, if you're a restaurant, if you're a real estate agent, if you're in financial services, I've literally showed you how, 3 different business models can work with the marketing strategies I'm teaching you in my academy. Right? Kim, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. Guys, now is the time to ask questions, okay? So if you have, I'm going to give y'all like 2 more minutes to go to the top of my profile and put your email in. As a matter of fact, let me check to see who's getting in. Let's see. All right. Hold, please. All right. Let's see. Marianne, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Let me see who's getting on the list and who is enrolling. Like I said, guys, the first franchise I got is $160. Right? $160. I see a couple. I see 2 so far during this live. Remember, guys, if you want the 30 days free, when you enter your email, when you go to the top of my profile, just make sure and reply to the email that says, "Here's your blueprint." Right? I'm gonna give you access to that email for free, and there's a couple little gifts that I give my email subscribers. So make sure and get on the email list. Right? Listen, if it's 2025, if you're not building an email list, you're just not running a business. You're just not running a business, right? You need to build an email list, and that's one of the things you're gonna get to learn inside the academy, right? So let's see. Tangor, are you here? Tangor and Regina, are y'all here? Are y'all here? Let me know. I'm gonna give y'all a couple because I want to make sure. And anybody that's purchased, I want to give you guys the 30 days free access. If you purchase either the marketing code, if you purchase the starter, the accelerator, or the digital power builder franchises, if you purchase either one of those, if you purchase the digital power builder, you automatically get the accelerator and you get the starter to be able to promote. So you get 3 franchises for the price of 1. If you purchase the marketing codex, you get lifetime access to the Kingdom Digital Academy, right? And you get the other 3 franchises you can promote. Over $4,000 worth of digital franchises, I'm giving you for the price of one if you purchase the marketing codex. All right. So let me see. All right. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Is it? Let me see if I get into this. All right. Money Flow, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So guys, like I said, if you have any questions or if you're ready to get started, go to the orange icon at the bottom of your screen, the bottom left of your screen, please. Or you can go directly to the first pinned video in my profile, at the top of my profile. Right? LG, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming back. Why is, oh, okay. All right. So we're doing that. All right. So let's see. What's up, Charmaine? How you doing? Let's see. Marianne, you seem new. You seem new. Let's see. What do you do, Marianne? How to make delicious food full of flavor. I can tell you're not really in the West, in the northern West, like North America, because they spell flavor a little differently. But I love having people all over the world here, so shout out to you. So I assume you cook. Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what I'm seeing? Let's see. All right, OG, I'm about to hop off here myself. Mary, if you have any questions, go get on the email list, please. And if you have additional questions, make sure you hit reply to the email that you get from me, and you'll be able to ask questions there. All right? And like I said, you'll be able to see the franchises there, the Digital Starter, the Accelerator, the Power Builder, and the Marketing Codex. Choose the one that fits your situation best. If you're in the U.S., there are payment plans available through Afterpay or Klarna at checkout. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, for either Afterpay or Klarna. So test it out, because you can get in for a bite-sized nugget and you can get your business started today. All right. And when you do purchase, please let me know. Send me an email. Let me know that you got started. Or you can just reach out to me. I prefer people reach out to me on IG, just preference, because there's so many doppelgangers on here. But go ahead and get started, and make sure you let me know that you did go ahead and get started, so I can make sure you're in the academy and things like that. All right. Well, guys, I'm about to head out here. We are at 19.9. Can we cross that 20, please? I would love to cross that 20 likes thing. TGVEME. I'm sorry. I'm getting better with names. I'm getting better with names. I'm trying to be very intentional on how I speak. Right? So I'm getting better with names. TGYE. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, my friend. If you want to know how I made my first 20K online, make sure you get the information by going to the top of my page and following the instructions, and you'll see what it is I do, how it is I do it, the business model I execute, and digital franchising, and how you can get started to learn marketing as well. All right? Christian something. I'm sorry. It came and then it left. Christian M. Pong, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Let's see. All right. So, let's see. Are we over yet? Are we over 20K likes? Yep, we are. We are indeed. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And remember, guys, if you have any additional questions, make sure you follow me and turn on post notifications. Get on the email list, and I will be glad to answer any questions you have within 24 to 48 hours. All right. If you want more information, go to the top of my page to get that information through that first pin video. All right, guys. Until next time, live life, love God. See you when I see you. Peace.